Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my live tonight. I'm Takashi Hara. 12:30 midnight in Las Vegas. Outside temperature is almost 10 degrees Celsius outside, which is 48 showing. It's really cold. How you guys doing? Today it's day change already in Las Vegas. It's Thursday. Yeah. My colleague, she's so excited for tomorrow, which is today already. But she's planning to go to watch Wicked 2, the new one. Did you guys watch the previous Wicked? I really, really love it. I was cried and I watched two times already. I just watched recently for to recap for the next before watch the next one. I had to recap, and which is great. I just wanna catch when you watch the second one. I make sure I remember all the crew, and then it's actually some of the crew set up and payoff. The payoff actually hasn't, you know, pay off yet. So, which means I have to watch again. And like for example, even the beginning of the scene, the hat of Wicked had like a black hat in the beginning in the water. And if you remember, Wizard of Oz, in the beginning, um, no, at the end, like a witch when she dies actually became a bubble water or something. So it's like, what does that mean? That's the beginning of the film. And then the first one hasn't finished anything yet. Like, because it's based on the musical, I really wanted to watch the original Broadway musical. It's the first time it came released in Broadway, New York. I think 2002 or something, two or three. I cannot remember, but that's the year, the first time I went to New York by myself. I left Japan. I still remember the moment. I was so excited. I see a lot of ads of Wicked in New York City. I didn't watch it, but back in then, I actually really wanted to watch the Rent. Rent is one of my favorite masterpiece musical. That's real life change musical. That musical made me to decide to become an artist after I graduated university. So this very, very important show for me when I was 21 years old. So 21 years old, yeah, I remember 21 years old, which means I'm 41 this year, which is exactly 20 years ago. Wow, 20 years ago, which means 2005. Wow, that's a way long time ago. Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome to my live. Yeah, if I start talking about love, how much I love musical, I can keep talking forever. When I moved to Tokyo after graduate uni, I went to the acting school. It's called Himawari Acting School, and I met my acting coach. He's a musical acting, voice acting coach. His name is Kuni, and I studied with him a long time, and I was taking auditions and working for all the musical stuff. And yeah, I was on like a big show. I mean, not a TV show. It's a theater musical. Couple of the big one. It's called Nissei Gekijo. It's one of the biggest one in Tokyo. More like kind of background ensemble cast, but like some role I get featured and I got a dialogue and lines on the stage, which is great. And then I back in then I really into dancing. I know I'm not good at dance, but I had to because if you want to work in a musical, it's sing, dance, voice. That's all the key things you have to know. Um, so I went there and I did practicing all the singing and also a little bit studied opera singing, just a little bit, and the kuni. And I also work a bunch of the background extra job for the films, which is actually pretty good practice. Which is really good practice for me. But yeah, I really wanted to take more like a major role in Les Mis or something like a major musical. But at the same time, I was start thinking that Japan is too small. The market, I feel like for example, okay, the Rent. This musical made the language is in English. In Japan, they had to translate it into Japanese, and then timing, the rhythm, tone, acting, it's not really authentic. Yes, of course, like voice double, like same thing, right? Like a Japanese anime voice dub into English. Yeah, but my one is, I mean, in Japanese one, from English based musical into Japanese, I feel like something missing. I was always thinking this, which is, I was start thinking I preferred more working overseas, and then I decided to move to Australia, and then now I live in the U.S. Oh, such a beautiful message. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, thank you for. I love this type of like very positive energy. Really appreciate of this comment. Yeah, I read. Guys, I read all these comments. So even good or bad doesn't matter. I really appreciate you guys put in the comments. So um yeah. So when I was junior high school, I was I was still in Japan, right? And I was studying English. And what's the if you live in Japan, and what's the best textbook or best resources to study English? For me, which is actually Disney. So I grew up with Disney musicals, old Disney's animes in the 90s, 80s, 90s animes. Like most of the favorite one. Now everything turns into live action, like Lion King, Aladdin, or whatever, right? And Beauty and the Beast. And one of my favorite Disney anime, a little bit different from the most of the people. It's not. I don't think it's a super popular because it's not like you, but a little bit dark. The Hunchback of Notre Dame. That is one of my favorite masterpiece for me. Even I love the theater musical version. Musical version is more brutal, actually. It's more darker, but more purer and more beautiful. I saw the community musical in Las Vegas last year, and the Hunchback of Notre Dame. And I noticed the one of the biggest thing in Japanese version because you know, in a VCR unit. Back in the 90s when I was high school, we always watched it. Not before DVD, maybe just immersed DVD, but it's kind of transition from VCR to um, we call VHS in Japan. I don't know how to say it in America, but into DVD. But we all have, because I have my brother and younger sister, and his sister loves Disney. So my parents bought all the Disney VCR, all this library, right? And so when I watch first in Japanese version, Japanese, and then something missing. And I was thinking, right? I was mature enough. I mean, I was how old I was like 14 or 15. Yeah, I was studying enough to and understand about what is going on in the story. And then I actually rent a CD at the library. So like a music soundtrack of the Disney's Hunchback of Notre Dame. And I listened it. When you open the CD, and actually there's all the lyrics over there. Oh, it's good for my studying English, right? And a big surprise. It's actually a really, really big difference from Japanese dubbed version compared with the original English version. What I remember is, okay, in the beginning song, um, Floro, I forgot the character, like a crown character singing in the beginning and end the song, right? And the major line is like, um, bell, 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 something. I don't sing tonight. Before I'm about to go to sleep. I didn't my voice warmed up yet. Um, in Japanese, okay. So the Japanese version of Hunchback of Notre Dame, they sing the song like this: ベルが鳴る鳴る鳴るベル. こんな感じ. That sounds like this. So it's like basically what he's saying is ring, ring, ring the bell. That's it. Bell is ringing. And then in the beginning, the same melody tone at the end of the film, they said, ring, ring, ring the bell, bell the ring. That's it. Then, okay, as a kid, and watch it, okay, just build a ring, ring. It's like kind of too simple, but maybe that's the music behind, right? And after, because I'm really into this Hunchback Notre Dame, I get the CD and I listen it, and I listen to English version. The final lyrics is like this: what makes the monster and what makes the man? Wow, it's a big difference. What makes the monster and what makes the man? Now you gotta think, oh wow, what's the meaning of the moral of the human being? And that's the message of the film. And it cannot, it couldn't translate into Japanese dub version because Japanese version is such a limited syllables in Japanese because the Japanese syllable like a, I, u, e, o in one sentence. In English, in the rhythm, actually you can put more information. In Japanese, actually kind of a little bit slow language. I noticed. So you cannot put too many information in it. So what happened is the Japanese version is lack all these very beautiful details information, cut it down and a bit more simpler. But anyway, it's the who's gonna watch this anime? Kids. Yes. So which means you don't have to, they think, you don't have to put all these like kind of complex thing. But that's completely different from what director wanted to put in. Director always wanted to put some message in a film. So kind of sad. So I just impressed. When I was high school, I listened the CD version of it, and then what makes a monster and what makes a man. And I was thinking, it's actually really good for think about it after watch the film. And it's such a very beautiful and deep film, The Hunchback of Notre Dame by Disney. I even read the original version of the novel too. I was really into it. Hmm. So that's the my story of how do I enjoy musicals and study English. But anyhow, it's almost like 15 minutes. I gotta go back to work and go study soon. Sorry, I go sleep soon. Yeah, it's almost 10 to 1 o'clock in the midnight. See you guys, and thank you so much for this like a nice, beautiful comment. It really give me some good energy and then light me up. Appreciate it. I try my best to do every night for this live. And if you happy, please subscribe and follow. And then see you next time. Bye.